So the major plate tectonic rule that we've learned is that volcanoes and earthquakes occur at plate boundaries. We certainly know that the Ring of Fire, which circles the entire Pacific Plate, with all of its interactions to the adjacent plates, whether they're grinding past each other, separating, or converging, produces a lot of volcanic activity along the Pacific. With every rule, though, there's an exception, and the exception in this particular case is when we look dead smack in the middle of the Pacific Plate, what we see is a hot spot. What is this hot spot? How did the Hawaiian Islands form? When we start to look across the planet, we start seeing many hot spots. Some of them happen on plate boundaries. Some of them happen right in the middle of a plate. So the Hawaiian Islands are a geologic hotspot. It's not a happening nightclub, but an area of intense heat. Places on Earth's surface found within the plates with unusually high heat flow. The causes of these hotspots are plumes of magma rising up from the mantle, producing active volcanoes. And in fact, the islands of Hawaii were all formed from volcanic activity. All the islands to the northwest are extinct. They are no longer active. The only active island is the Big Island of Hawaii. So this southeast to northwest orientation of the island chain might be a function of plate movement over a fixed hotspot of localized melting. Heat from the outer core rises up through the mantle, melting the portion of the mantle, which then rises to the surface, breaking through the oceanic crust. The Big Island of Hawaii is currently active. It's been active since the early 1980s. And just about every day there are volcanic eruptions. So why is that? Here's the mantle plume. So again, this is an area of excessive heat within the mantle that was generated from heat from the outer core. This molten material is hot, low in density, and it wants to rise to the surface. It builds up below the lithospheric plate. Eventually it melts through the plate in this conduit or pathway, where it then gets vented out in a massive volcanic eruption, forming the island that is sitting over the hot spot. Currently, the Big Island sits over it. When we look to the northwest, based on the northwest movement of the Pacific Plate, we see islands that are older and older and older. For example, Maui is 1 million years older, 1.3 to 1.8 million years old. Oahu is 2.2 to 3.3. And Kauai, the oldest, at 3.8 to 5.6. This pattern in age reveals how these islands formed. As the plate moves over the stationary hotspot, the volcano is formed. And subsequently, new volcanoes are formed to the southeast as it passes over that stationary hotspot. The only mountain that remains active as a volcano is located directly over the hotspot. That's it. We'll see you guys soon.